They say no, 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 no. At a point, Justice Omotosho got angry and said if they are not ready, they should stop coming. Remember, they did not do say anything tangible now. When are they going to say it? They have already closed their case. That means they have exhausted all the things they need to do. That's the meaning. It was the prosecution that said they are closing their case. Nobody forced them. That means they have exhausted everything they needed to do. Is that not true? All the witnesses were just rambling. No tangible evidence. Remember the man who arrested him in one hotel, what he said? He said all those things have even lost credibility because of time and energy. They are no longer useless to this. They are no longer useful to this case. Is that not what he said? So are you going to bring those people into the matter? That you saw him with whatever tape, flash drive, all those things. Those things, what are they?
Miniature transmitter.
Is that what a terrorist carry?
Telephones.
Esther, is that what a terrorist? Because you are talking of terrorism here. Is that what a terrorist carry? That's what we are saying here. All this thing that he said something. Many politicians have said worse thing than Nnamdi Kanu in this country. Evidence are there.
Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you so much for stopping by. So in this video, Barrister Darlington reacted concerning what happened yesterday in the court about Nnamdi Kanu's matter. You guys know that federal government has closed their case against Nnamdi Kanu, which we are waiting on 18th of July to see what is going to happen, right? And if you have been following Nnamdi Kanu's court case, you know that Nigeria government do not even have any case against Nnamdi Kanu. All they have been saying is that Nnamdi Kanu was inciting the public, which we know very well that a lot of people, even the so-called politicians, Nigeria politicians, have said more than what Nnamdi Kanu said, right? Even when they said that Nnamdi Kanu said that everyone should defend themselves against these Fulani terrorists, is it not what a VDM is saying right now? Is it not what the DG of DSS is saying? Is it not what all these politicians are saying right now? Even when they said that Nnamdi Kanu is calling for the division of Nigeria, separation of Nigeria, even today, youth from the Benue state are asking Nigeria government to divide Nigeria over continuous spying in Benue state. So according to the news, the group described the massacre as yet another example of Nigeria's state failure to protect its citizens. That it is not time to rethink Nigeria. The group argued that the persistent killings across the country, especially in the Middle Belt and other minority areas, indicate that Nigeria is no longer serving the interests of its people. They stated, "We call on the nation that formed Nigeria to demand their right to self-determination. We urge President Tinubu to facilitate a peaceful process towards disintegration, allowing these nations to determine their own future." So it's not only Nnamdi Kanu is calling for disintegration of Nigeria. Like everyone is kind of fed up of this one Nigeria. Everyone wants to go their separate ways. And without doing this, there is no way Nigeria will progress because we are not meant to be together, my people. Make I not talk too much. Let me allow you guys to just listen and hear everything Barrister Darlington have to say concerning Nnamdi Kanu's court case as well as other trending matter in Nigeria. Just take a listen.
That I didn't sign the report, but I certified it as a secretary. After hearing both parties, the court granted 14 days for the prosecution and defense to file written arguments on the no case submission and an additional 2 days for replies. Justice Omotosho then adjourned the case to July 18 for the adoption of final submissions on whether the trial should proceed or be dismissed.
Exactly.
Can you help me interpret that, especially
Yes,
those
Esther,
legal
yes.
terminologies?
So far, nothing tangible has been achieved.
Okay.
Because nothing concrete. Because you are talking of terrorism here. The last time I checked, one of the things that a terrorist is known for is arms.
Okay.
Arms. So far in this trial, nobody have told us that they saw Nnamdi Kanu with a gun on him or at home or in the hotel where he was arrested. Nobody. So how can you now be a terrorist without arms? Who are you not? Are you terrorizing them with your mouth? Esther? So many people have said so many things that is worse than what they are accusing Nnamdi Kanu of in this country. True or false? I mean, the one that annoyed me most was this other Sheikh Tenshi, who came
Sheikh
out.
Tenshi.
Yes,
Okay.
who told her that God told him that they should kill Tinubu's wife, that she is an infidel. Did it not happen in this country, Esther?
I did.
Which one is more inciting? Which one is more provocative than that statement? Please tell me. We are talking of the first lady, Tinubu's wife. Yet nobody arrested him. Nobody prosecuted him. Yet they are holding on to, a drowning man catches at a straw. This DSA, they are just looking for something to say. How do you link in Nnamdi Kanu with ENSA protest?
And the ENSA's violence. I am trying to understand how he constituted that.
Look at the word EndSARS. So how did Nnamdi Kanu come into this matter? Nigerian youth protested against police brutality. Is that not what happened?
Yeah.
So how did Nnamdi Kanu cause it? My dear, when you see a case that has no meaning, you will know from the beginning. Remember on several occasions, these DSS, when they asked it, they say no. At a point, Justice Omotosho got angry and said if they are not ready, they should stop coming. Remember, they did not do it or say anything tangible now. When are they going to say it? They have already closed their case. That means they have exhausted all the things they need to do. That's the meaning. It was the prosecution that said they are closing their case. Nobody forced them. That means they have exhausted everything they needed to do. Is that not true? All the witnesses were just rambling. No tangible evidence. Remember the man who arrested him in one hotel, what he said? He said all those things have even lost credibility because of time and energy. They are no longer useless to this. They are no longer useful to this case. Is that not what he said? So are you going to bring those who are into the matter? That you saw him with whatever tape, flash drive, all those things. Those things, what are they?
Miniature transmitter.
Is that what a terrorist carry?
Telephones.
Esther, is that what a terrorist? Because you are talking of terrorism here. Is that what a terrorist carry? That's what we are saying here. All this thing that he said something. Many politicians have said worse things than Nnamdi Kanu in this country. Evidence are there. Esther, evidence are there. These people that are killing people all over the country, didn't you see Mieti Allah leaders making inciting and provocative statements? They came out and told you how they wanted to kill an elected governor called Otom in Benue State. They were even boasting that the man that was supposed to shoot, the man made a mistake, that next time they will tell him how to be very careful. Otom had to run like a whipped dog from his farm in Benue State. Esther, it happened in this country. Did anybody prosecute Mieti Allah leaders? Did anybody call them? Please, look, you see this trial, it is even telling people what is going on. It's unfortunate, seriously. We left the leprosy, the real leprosy that is destroying our life, and we are chasing shadows. I mean, a cancer that is eating us. We left it and we are chasing shadows. So this is that is going on now that Tinubu had to visit Benue State. It wasn't Nnamdi Kanu that caused it, Abi. Esther, it wasn't Nnamdi Kanu.
No, it's just like he went to court today. So this is the outcome of the court today. Nobody is connecting what happened.
These are things that should give me solid evidence before the court. That he was the one that did this. He finished an entire village. He was leading the assault. That Nnamdi Kanu was captured in picture, carrying gun, shooting. We saw him. Everybody identified him when he was killing people somewhere. Did you hear or see such a thing? So how do you call somebody a protest because he was protesting and making demand from the government? Is that what you call a terrorist? Then everybody is a terrorist in Nigeria. Yes, now, because even the president, he made a demand from PDP when he was in opposition. Did he not protest? Didn't Tinubu protest in this country?
Oh, very well.
Did anybody call him a terrorist for doing that?
Very well. There were even talks of establishing a shadow government
what
at
are
the
you
time.
Talking about?
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was in that interview where he made that statement.
One of their leaders, NPC, threatened that baboons and monkeys will soak in their own blood. In this country, nobody called them a terrorist. He made a statement inciting what? Those things that does not add up It cannot.
All right, Barrister, still on court cases, the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Maitama in Abuja today granted the suspended senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti wagon bail on the sum of 50 million naira and one shorty, who must be a person of reasonable integrity and also resident in the FCT, owns a landed property within the Abuja Municipal Area Council. So Justice Chizoba Oji, who is a trial judge, made the declaration in a ruling after taking arguments for and against the bail application from the parties in the suit. I want us to take a listen to some persons who were in the court today, along with Natasha Akpoti. Aisha Yusufu was there. Precious Oribibi was there. Her husband, she was accompanied to the court with her husband, Obi Ezekwesili as well, accompanied her to the court today. Let's take a brief listen to Aisha Yusufu speaking with the press after that particular interview.
As a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I feel sad. I feel saddened that we're here doing this when there are so many things that the federal government should be focused on. The federal government decided to charge Senator Natasha to court. And the fact that she's not even built on self-recognizance, that's something, that should worry every one of us. With all the things that we have going on, how does it mean? Why is it that the federal government is not taking on the sexual harassment allegation that were made? Why are they selective in the way they're doing? It is between Senator Akpabio and Senator Natasha. On what basis is the federal government coming in when a lot of the petition that Senator Natasha herself had put out has not been done? We can't continue to have selective justice. Selective justice is injustice. And the more this keeps going on, if they can do it to her, who else is safe in this country? We're being told that when something is done against you and you speak out to someone who they perceive as being powerful, even though they are not powerful, remember that the office of the citizen is the highest office in the land. But when it's done to someone perceived to be powerful, the federal government brings out its might. We have terrorists who are out there doing videos every day, insulting us, every day calling us out. The federal government is not doing everything to go after them, but it's to sit down on a case that they have no business with. If it's an allegation has been made and Senator Akpabio feels that an allegation has been made against him, then he should go to court. Why are they using the taxpayers' money on this frivolity that we have right now? And so for me, at the end of the day, is that every Nigerian, we're all on trial. And I will take the words of Senator Natasha. This injustice shall not prevail. It shall not be sustained. Thank you very much.
All right, Barrister Darlington, how would you describe this?
Each other. I don't get it. No, is this administration, are they in a secret court where they watch each other's back? Nigerians should be asking questions, so because this one I don't understand. Nobody have told me where and how the federal government got involved in this matter. Nobody. The one they don't want even to talk about. Is that justice? It's very, very sad. Serious, very, very sad. The suspension that is not constitutional, that the woman went to court, nobody talking about it. It is not this allegation that they want to assassinate him that people are now running after. Can you just imagine? Even Yahya Bello, who have a case to answer. So the federal government is equally defending that one too, Abi? Because Natasha mentioned...
Actually, on his 50th birthday, the president kind of wished him a happy birthday, and Nigerians said the president shouldn't have done so.
In fact,
because he's still under the watch list of the EFCC, and he's filled with a lot of corruption allegations. Why would the president want to attach or be recognized with such a person?
I am telling you.
But some people said that he's not yet been convicted, so it's not bad if the president wishes him a happy birthday.
On what ground? Because he's an APC member, Abi? Is there any other reason? I said there is another group they are into that you are.
I want to understand. Since Yahya Bello is not yet convicted, is it wrong that the president wished him happy birthday?
Look, whether he has been convicted or not, the mere fact that he was avoiding invitation by the EFCC and all that, is that not an indictment on himself? Why did it take all that time before he showed up after the grant had been waited for him? Can't you get it? Didn't you see all the pranks that was played before Yahya Bello showed up? What does that tell you? Let any other person try that to tell you that there is a place these people belong that they don't know. That's why they always watch each other back. Look at Tompolo. Look at Tompolo, who was invited at EFCC for mutilating our currency. Look at him walking about, showing himself on the pages of newspaper every day. The EFCC have not deemed it fit to go and arrest him, like they prosecuted other people. Remember that Bobrisky and the rest, and is it not chief priest? We are then not prosecuted in this country for the same offense. But somebody have done it. EFCC have not even deemed it fit to say, come and answer for it. Come and answer for it. Look at that matter will never see the light of day, Esther. You can see how these people are destroying Nigeria. Because when you continue with this selective justice, you are making people more angry. You are making them to hate the Nigerian state. Because you are punishing others for the sins. You are punishing one person for the sins others committed. Because that person have no say. He has no godfather. He doesn't belong to your group. Is there any other reason?
All right, Barrister, let's move on to other topics. So, a group of angry youth today, they tore down billboards bearing the images of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in and the Kaduna State Governor Obasani. Another one too took place in Delta, where the youths to do the same thing brought down the billboards and banners of the president as well as the state governor of Owerri. And after this particular video went viral on social media and pictures, people were like, okay, it seems like the APC seems to not be having the kind of favorable reception they once had, during 2023 after the general elections. So what do you think this portends? A couple of persons feel that this is just for now, possibly because of the heightened insecurity across the country. They're not happy with the government of the day, but if things subsides, if the president is able to do the needful, where circumstances that Nigerians are going through is a little bit ameliorated, then they will forget their grievances and possibly go ahead with supporting this administration in 2027.
I don't think so. They will not allow it. Besides, all those
who will not allow it?
The youth, the Nigerian citizens.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Were you not aware that 2 or 3 days ago, this same Benway that is going through this bloodshed were actually out on the streets with placards in support of the presidency, even if you say they were sponsored?
Esther, when you hire people to do your bidding, look at the people that they lined up in the streets. Ignorant villagers, ignorant school children who were under the rain. Okay, these other people that came to put down the billboard and the banners, are they not from the same Benue? So that will tell you that, yes, at a point, something will give. At a point, something will give. You cannot deceive all the people all the time. It's not possible. So people are not as stupid as you think. I have said it here that one of the greatest things that will make me happy is when Nigerians at least listen to what we have been saying, that look, your destiny is in your hands. They have cheated you more than 2 times. Don't allow the 3rd time to happen. Buhari did it the 1st time, 2nd time. Now, we are seeing it in Tinubu. Because they have not shown that, yes, Nigerian people matter to them. Look at what characterized Buhari's tenure. Killings. Hardship. And we are being told, don't worry, this and that. In fact, I've been asking those people who are supporting Buhari, where are they? Did they come and tell us what Buhari did for us for 8 years? Esther, none of them can even talk now. But you saw when they were here defending Buhari, we thought it was PDP that time. Now Buhari has come. It's because we are not. Is there anything they did not do to support Buhari?
But why 50 million naira for bail?
It's at the discretion of the court.
Okay.
It is at the discretion. There's no law that says you must impose this or that fine or all that. Besides, the money is not paid cash. I hope I've said that before. It is what you are going to pay if your shorty or your bailer refuses to bring you to court or you jump bail, like Abaribe did when Nnamdi Kanu ran for his dear life. So that money is just there. if you appear in court, nobody will remember and talk about it again.
All right. So while in Delta State as well, the youth took to the streets to destroy all of the president's campaign billboards erected in different parts of the state. Other politicians whose campaign posters aligns with the president were also not spared either, including that of the state governor. The youths remained unfazed despite the presence of heavily armed military personnel in patrol vans deployed on a mission to disperse them. So their grievance is connected to the nationwide hardship and suffering, as well as a lack of basic infrastructure such as electricity, potable water, and good roads. Barrister Darlington, here, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, we got some complaints via our WhatsApp. There's a particular community, I think local government in Lagos here, along that Ajoke Salako by Bagada area towards Bariga, thereabout.
That they don't have lights.
For the past 1 week, since Saturday or Friday, and the Ikeja distribution, I don't know if it's Ikeja distribution that is in charge of that particular access, or I don't know.
Is
Ikeja. There has been no explanation as to what happened. That place has been in total darkness. Most of the areas there have their prepaid units, and I mean there have been complaints about it for a while now. No official complaint as to why that place is totally in darkness. Some access actually have electricity, but from that particular access towards Ifako, towards Bariga, some access of Bariga like that, in that Bagada province, no electricity since Friday last week. Today is Thursday for a whole week in a busy commercial city as Lagos, where you know how expensive it is to buy petrol, to buy a generator, and a couple of homes actually self-provide water. You pump water yourself. You no longer rely on the public water system. And when you hear scenarios like this in modern day Nigeria, and nobody is held accountable.
When you have a government that is elitist, Esther, this is what you suffer. That place, I can guess, is not under Band A.
So you're saying that they pay attention to Band A?
Exactly.
So if there's a fault, you don't repair it just because it's not in Band A?
Exactly. They pay attention to Band A customer because they pay more money. Yes.
That seems racist though.
Oh,
so there are levels to this.
So
they're doing levels.
I'm telling you, now I am on Band A, so you talk to me with gentleness. So you are talking to a big man. You can imagine ordinary life is not a status symbol in Nigeria, Esther. And this is not laughable, Abi.
Hell.
Nigerians, I pity you. These people that are supporting, these are part of the reform, where you now use ordinary light. When God will say, let there be light.
And there was light.
That will tell you the importance of that particular subject in the life of a human being. Now it has become a status symbol.
President in Cameroon, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, they actually have electricity. Even war-torn Sudan actually has constant electricity. Nigeria actually provides electricity to these neighboring countries. I don't know if possibly we no longer provide for Niger based on what just currently happened. But if those access or those regions can have constant power supply, why should that be a major issue here?
It should though. They are raking more money. I told you how my own happened. Even when they provided me with prepaid meter, Esther, they gave me 3-phase meter. When I wanted to I said, what am I running a factory? 3-phase.
You don't want 3-phase?
What am I doing with it?
What if there's no light in the 2 phases? There's only 1 phase in that your area.
It's not possible. They can never take light in 1 phase and the other one will remain. It's not possible. They gave me 3-phase that I didn't ask for. They gave it to me. After somebody thought that I was talking too much, make I see light. That is the meaning. I told you how I didn't ask for it. I just one day they say they discovered that you are having light in this area. You are having constant electricity. Therefore, you have been moved to Band A customer. Just like that.
Beyond electricity, the federal government, specifically the president, told us that food crises have crashed. I don't think that's the case. A correspondent of ours went on the streets, specifically to the markets, to actually ask questions and get the reaction of what a couple of Nigerians are going through in regards to that. And some of the staple food items, which were very expensive as of last year or even 3 months ago, 2 months ago, has become better. But but things like pepper, tomato, which a couple of persons can consider to be seasonal. So if the president is quite hopeful that this is what it is, although there are now some inflation in some of the prices, a couple of persons has attributed that to the Israel-Iran war. They feel that petrol prices will increase, and once that happens, transportation as well. So obviously those who are selling would inflate the price. So generally in this scope, with the rate of insecurity and the fact that the insecurity may actually impede the progress so far in the fact that food prices has been slashed, what is the immediate stopgap to ensure that it doesn't get to the point it was 3 months ago or 4 months ago?
There is no guarantee that it will not get back to that place.
Are you not hopeful? I mean,
No.
we could hear these are the
Esther.
traders, you heard the malams, you heard all of them, they're in the market.
Esther, why should I be hopeful when the full basket of Nigeria are living in IDP camp? Please, is there any hope there? What are you talking about? All this tokenism that people are celebrating, it baffles me.
You say tokenism?
Yeah, tokenism, because they met us somewhere. This rice that people are saying 50, 70. Throughout the PDP period, did you buy rice for that amount? If Tinubu return us where they met us, what is wrong? No, answer me. Why can't they take us where they met us? That is the only time I will say, yes, something is happening. Yes, that is the only time I will tell you. After all, they are making more money now than PDP.
But it was worse than this before. So wouldn't you call it a complementary effort?
No, because I don't know what
when
they
you
have
had
done.
rice as expensive as 120, 125, reduced to 70,000, some areas
Esther,
65. It's not an
I
improvement.
will not celebrate it because that was not where they met us. If they had met us in a worse condition, Esther, listen to me. I don't know how Nigerians they're always cutting a flag for this administration. Even when this are what they will say, it don't they come down. It's like this fuel now. When you wake up tomorrow and they reduce it by 10 naira, yeah, your fuel is coming down. It's now instead of 950, it's now 940. What is the difference there? What impact would that make?
You don't think it should make any impact at all?
You want to do this your permutations?
No, I'm not permutating.
Because you are telling me no matter how, which one be no matter how small. Are you living on tokenism? No, are you living on tokenism? When they drop crops on the table, you scramble for it. Then they wait for another 3 days before they give you one try, one for bread, one for what kind of thing is that?
Barrister Darlington,
is that a life?
No, would you blame people when they say you just deliberately have a personal beef with the president? That no matter any good news, you don't try to look at it contextually.
They never believed in PDP. They deceived Nigerians that PDP was the devil himself. This same administration, is there any lie they did not tell Nigeria when they get into office, before they got into office? Why should I now be treating them with kid glove? What have they done? Let them take us back to where they met us. Then I will clap for them. Yes. If a man will set his house on fire, and maybe when he now came back and discovered his foolishness and started putting out the fire and all that, we should not clap for him that, it's true, try. Yeah, he fought the fire. Who put the fire in the first place? Why should I clap for you? You are the one that set the fire. Put it off. Don't bring me inside it. That's what I'm saying. And you are telling me this. What if by next month now the thing won't go up again? Is that life? Is that fluctuating like a yo-yo? It goes up and comes down. It goes up and is that what you call life?
This man, Barrister, don't make me laugh. These are serious issues. Stop using. What is a yo-yo?
Is it not a yo-yo?
Yo-yo.
Is it not entered this thing they call Janglova? Is it not up and down, up and down, up and down, up and going
Is
up?
it what you call yo-yo?
It goes up like a yo-yo now, perambulating. When you wake up in the morning, you see another thing. By night, another thing will happen.
This man.
And you said I should be clapping, that the thing is going up and coming down.
Okay.
If you have economic planning, can you plan with such an economy? Can you plan?
Yo-yo economy.
Can you plan with it?
Barrister Darlington, let's look at another thing that is quite imperative, okay? Healthcare delivery, access to drugs in subsidized manners, and in fact, availability of a proper healthcare system is an endemic that is plaguing this country, Barrister Darlington. Drugs are so in the rise, and there are not many Nigerians that have different health needs. There are certain drugs that they need to get, specifically those who actually survive on those drugs. Potently, those who are asthmatic, those who are diabetic, those who have a high blood pressure. These are constant ailments with certain adults as young as 35 and above, even below that, are suffering high blood pressure. Some of them have diabetes, early stages of diabetes. They need to be on drugs, antiretroviral drugs, those who are going through HIV and all whatnot. These are medical commodities that are very necessary for the existence of these individuals. Inhaler for those who are asthmatic. There are those who actually have ulcer. They need specific drugs. And if your income does not commensurate with what you need to spend in buying your drugs, how do those people survive? I don't know if we have any hospital or medical center that provides subsidized prescription, that is subsidized medication to persons who cannot afford those drugs, but they have those ailments. I don't know. They actually have it in the United States. They have it in the UK as well. So based on your prescription, the state government or the federal government subsidizes for you. And based on the kind of job that you do, your income, they could even use your tax to evaluate. What I'm trying to say is that the health sector is going through a lot. Our medical professionals are traveling out of the country. Some of them are just going through providing aid and services to old people abroad, even if we know that they have the medical professionalism and capacity to take care. But the infrastructure here is not what it is. The salary is not what it is. The environment is not what it is. And we have very little of them. Most of them are even auxiliary nurses just assisting in these hospitals. So if we have this endemic, are we saying that we're going to experience a dwindling population? What would the Ministry of Health do about this? I expect that the president should say something about this beyond just, reducing prices of food items. Health is also very important.
Esther, when they removed subsidy, this was one of the major issues that Tinubu told us that he was going to solve. That the subsidy money, he will use it to equip the hospital, equip the schools, do the road, do this. You heard what he said. Esther, today, what happened?
Well, Professor Adeye, NAFDAC director, she identified rejuvenation of the local pharmaceutical industry as a panacea for high cost of medicines in the country. That they're trying to rejuvenate the local pharmaceutical industry from eradicating fake items and all that. And that's why the drugs are very expensive.
They cannot rise up. They cannot be resuscitated because the business climate in Nigeria is too harsh.
She said so. She said the devaluation of the naira actually accounted largely for high cost of production locally.
What are you saying? So when you know all this, why are you flogging the issue? To make matters worse, these people that always go to Davos to decide our fate and our life, these people, Bill Gates and his people, World Economic Forum, I don't know this thing they are talking about, depopulating the world. So it's like every country have chosen the path to follow to reduce population. In our own case now, can't you see what is going on? All these things, don't you know where it's going? This drug issue now that you mentioned, do you know, as we are talking now, do you know how many people have dropped dead in one general hospital or the other? As we are talking here now, people are dropping dead by the minute, by the seconds. Who announces them? Who talks about them? Nobody. This light that you are complaining here in that Joke Salako this thing, do you know how many people that have incurred health challenge because of this no light? Imagine a one-room apartment where you see mother, father, and maybe 4 children. You can imagine the health challenges that will pounce on that particular room one day with the heat and everything. No, just this is it not possible? Is it not practical? As a human being, there are certain movements you have to make. Imagine if the father and the mother fight at the same time with the children. Can they stay in that room? Can they stay in that room with no fan? So these are issues, but the government doesn't bother about these things. Your standard of living doesn't concern them. This is a lie. So they say they will improve on it. You have not improved and you are extorting money from us. All these things are adding up to your dwindling standard of living. It's adding up to it. So when you are seeing all these things, it is heading towards one direction. The economy is bad and the government does not care. I learned by the 28th of this month, Tinubu will jet out again for holidays or something. Is that not true?
Yep.
He's going out.
The stress of the una don't give president
yes,
wahala.
It's true.
You call his name morning to night. Can he sleep well when you disturb him? Let him go out of the country and go and,
Yes,
and go and cool his head off.
Yeah, he has not
But Solidarity is always tormenting his life.
Well done. He has not done that before, Abi. Esther, on a more serious note, and let me make it clear, nobody is disturbing Tinubu. If you compare what the APC did before they came into office, we have not done 1/4 of what APC did. It's on record. How they terrorized PDP. In a day, Lai Mohammed will issue 3 to 4 press statements lambasting PDP, lambasting Jonathan. Every day. They were bombarding people with propaganda, with lies. Is anybody doing that to Tinubu now? What we are talking about are current issues that he too even know that is true. I have not finished the truth in my mind not to talk of propaganda. It's not possible. I have enough to do my analysis. So nobody is disturbing Tinubu. I challenge him to make it clear. When they went for their primaries at Taslim Balogun Stadium, opposite National Stadium in Surulere there, go and check what Tinubu said on the podium against Jonathan. He even said it to Yoruba. Jonathan, kò ní ọpọlọ. He was saying it. Plus other things he said. There's somebody call and challenge me. What is worse than all those things? Tell me. They even carry the coffin of Jonathan sometime and say, you know,
True.
Is that not true? Who have done that to Tinubu? Who? Please. You see, it's unfortunate that Nigerians, they have gaslight people that you don't even know when you are right and when you are wrong. You don't know. Tinubu is telling that people are insulting. Nobody is insulting you, Mr. President. Nobody. Rather, you are the one causing problem for yourself by your action and inactions. You are the one. All the things you ought to do, are you doing them? Mr. President, do you need somebody to tell you to stamp out terrorism in Nigeria? Do you need somebody to... Is that not what you swore? You swore to protect Nigerians and their properties. Are you doing so? So when we say this is wrong, is that an insult? These are the things that I don't understand. Is that insult?
President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, he has asserted that the ruling APC remains the only viable option for Nigerians. That as the administration of the president strives to improve the nation for the benefit of its citizens, that if Nigerians know what is good for them, they should trust in the APC, support them in 2027, that as it stands about now, the APC remains the only viable option. Any other option does not mean it well, does not mean it well for Nigerians. So with this current situation on ground, would you agree with the speaker? Because a couple of other persons said since the president has given the order that the criminals, those who perpetrated the horrendous act in Benue, that it will definitely happen. The chief of defense staff, the chief of army staff, even the Navy, that they will do something to fish out those terrorists who did what they did in Benue. And he also went ahead to also say something that while Nigerians continue to complain, that the president is not seeing the complaints. He's rather seeing how he can work with it to fortify his policies to make the economy better.
Esther, how can I listen to this thing you said now? That Tinubu said they should go and fish. Is it the first time he's saying it?
That was what he said in Benue yesterday.
Hold on. Is it the first time he's saying it? That's my question to you. How many times have you said this thing? How many times have they hit Benue? What come out of it? You remember that the chief of army staff was even in Benue some weeks ahead before the president came yesterday. Is that not true? It was under his word that this thing happened. And when he was asking, not made any arrest, and the man was laughing. If I were that president, I will sack him immediately. Before God and man, I will. I will sack him. That means he's joking with this matter. He didn't see it serious because his family members were not involved.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I am telling you, nothing will come out of this thing because the other one that happened, nothing came out. Even worse things has happened, Esther. Worse things.